Okay. Is my voice is audible? Hello.
Audible, sir.
Okay. The presentation is visible.
Yes,
The
sir.
presentation. Okay. We'll start today's session. So we have in the previous class we are discussing on the noise component that are affect the analog signals. So what are the components that will be affected the message signal or then modulating or it will be a modulated signal. So it will be sometimes so before modulating so some component will be affected and after modulating so is nothing but the noise component will be present throughout the system throughout the from source side to the destination side from the if you considering the communication system so we have an source and then followed by an modulation and transmitter and in between we have some filter techniques. So at the receiving side again we have an receiver and then demodulation and some filter techniques and the destination that is nothing but source signal destination source signal. So this will be the noise will be affect throughout the communication system. So in the previous class we are discussing on what is noise what are the types of so how it will be appear in the audio output or voice output, how it will be we are giving example of am and fm and similarly so the in the tv channel okay or some other video pictures will be the noise will be appear like a snow. We have taken some of the example. Okay. And source of noise will be the it will be a natural noise, it will be a man-made noise. Again it will be classified into internal noise and external noise. In the previous class we have discussed the external noise. External noise we have an atmospheric noise, extraterrestrial noise and industrial noise. So these are the external noise that will be affect the analog signals. So as you know that so when the amplitude will be greater than the noise amplitude is greater than the message signal amplitude, so what happen we will totally will lose the message signal. Okay. So there is nothing but we can't demodulate or reconstruct the original signal. So even though if you use some of the filter techniques to get the original signal or message signal to remove the noise. So do because the amplitude or is nothing but the noise signal strength is more compared to that message signal. So that is very difficult to it is nothing but it is not possible to reconstruct. That is why so low level transmission, low frequency or frequency component cannot be transmitted, and also the amplitude also. Okay. So that is why we go for modulation techniques. So we will uh, okay we have an atmospheric noise. So in atmospheric noise oh, that number. So 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So that is the we have an extra, that is atmospheric noise and extraterrestrial noise, and then industrial noise. These are all uh, the noise which is affected the analog signal from the external source. And we have some of the internal noise also. In the last class, we are discussing on that is external noise, that is the atmospheric noise. Atmospheric noise will be affected by the lightning. Okay, so whenever there is a lightning happens, so it will radiates the radiates the signal. Okay, so it will be radiates a different frequency. Okay, so it will radiates all frequency. So due to that, it will be generated. So whenever the lightning happen between the clouds or between the cloud and the earth, so this will be happen. Okay, so this it will radiates all type of signal. So that will be affected the analog signals also. Similarly, if we go for extraterrestrial noise, we have an there are two types again. So one is solar noise and another one is cosmic noise. So this will be again, it will be affect the analog system. So solar noise will be generated by sun. Okay, so because sun will be radiated the signal in all kind of frequency. Again, it will be affects the analog signals. Similarly, the cosmic signal, cosmic noise, the cosmic noise again due to the star. So it is include again sun. So only it will be affected less compared to the solar noise because the stars are very far distance from the earth. So that is why a small effects only that depends upon the range of frequency will be affected. So that is the the, the extraterrestrial noise. And one more thing is that industrial noise. The industrial noise again, it will be a man-made noise. Okay, so it will be man-made noise because so whenever you want to switch on the system and switch on the motor, and due to uh, the radiance or transient of the electrical equipments, so this noise, industrial noise will be generated. So that can be overcome by increasing the signal strength. So if you increase the signal strength, we can overcome this type of industrial noise. Okay, that is what we have discussed so far. Okay, today, and also we have started. Okay. So let's go to the internal noise. So we have discussed in the previous class. So in the internal noise, it depends. It will be generated through an electrical circuits like resistors, transistors, and diodes. So due to that, this the internal noise will be generated. Okay, so this can be again we can overcome using the some of the filter techniques, or it will be some methodology we can use, and we can overcome this problem. So as we discussed in the previous class, okay, we have taken the resistors and the temperature. Okay, so these two are the directly proportional. So whenever there is a increase in the temperature, the resistor will also increases. So it's nothing but so if you increase the room temperature, the resistor will be increases. So what happens? So the noise will be increases in this particular case. And also we can other type of uh, the frequency, that is noise, will be directly, that is dependent on the current, temperature or registers and the gain. So that is why in some condition, so at the receiving side, in the first stage of the receiver amplifier, so we are using low temperature, low temperature, we are using low temperature, okay, so that we can avoid uh, the noise in that. So keep it, the first stage will be the low temperature, very low temperature, so that the the resistors will directly proportional to the noise. That is why resistor and the gain and the current. So these three components will be whenever directly proportional. Whenever increasing the room temperature, it will be again it will be affect the signal, and it will be directly proportional. That is why the noise will be increases. So that is the case. Okay, we have several techniques. Super cooling arrangements will be made, and then that can be the first stage will be keeping very low frequency. After that, we can amplify it, and you can increasing the signal strength of the analog signal. So this is about what we discussed. That is short noise. So short noise will be due to the diode, or it is in transistors. So under DC condition, so the current will be the constant. So but actual case, the average current, there is nothing but flow of electrons and volts. It will be average will be constant, not at each instant. We can't say that is it is a constant. Okay, it will be variation will be there, but in overall it will be average if you considering the average current. So it will be the flow of electrons and volts, okay, in a diode, or it will be in transistors or any electronics devices. So it will be that it will be a constant, an average, but particularly each instant, if you consider that, so there is a fluctuation will be there. So this fluctuation of these electrons or volts, this constitute the short noise. So basically, so short noise will be occurred when there is a fluctuation in the electrons or volts. Okay, uh, and then, and also it is depends upon the operating point, that is Q point, the operating point, or where the diode or it is a transistor will be operated. The short noise also it is depends upon the operating region, forward bias, reverse bias in diode, or somewhere. And if it is in similarly, if you consider a transistor in cutoff region, saturation region, or it will be active region, you can consider. Similarly, again, if you take an photo detector circuit, current pulse is generated. So when the electron is emitted by a cathode due to light falling onto the anode cathode junction. So whenever there is an the electrons will be emitted, okay, due to the light falling on the junction. So what happens? The electrons are emitted in random. So the electrons will be emitted in the random way. It is because so that the photon, or it will be the emitted. So that is it will be the lightning fall will be in the we can't say it is in constant. It is in saturation. Okay, so it will be emitted only this much of, we can't say that is in the random number. That is why, so this the electrons are emitted in a random way. So this is also in photo detector circuits or photodiodes due to the light falling junction. So there is a short noise will be occurred. So this is the equation, that is S of t is equal to summation k is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity h of t minus tau k. So this x of t is denotes the photocurrent, and the modeling as a random process of random current pulse. This is h of t minus tau k is the current pulse generated at a time t minus tau k. Okay, so this is the short noise. Okay, short noise will be a simple. It will be generated by the electronics devices such as an such as an transistors and diodes. Okay, so when there is a fluctuation, so when there is a fluctuation of electrons or volts, so this will be the short noise will be constitute this short noise. So this is about short noise, so one of the internal noise. And one more thing is that the thermal noise, the second noise that will affect the analog signals, that is thermal noise. So this thermal noise, as you know that the in the if you considering an p-n junction diode, or it will be any transistors, as you know that we are combining the uh, that is p type and n type or junction in the transistors, or it will be an external intrinsic material, or okay. So what happens, the free electrons will be there. Okay, so in each component, if it is a silicon, or it will be considering any type of materials. Okay, if you combine, or if you what if you add, okay, that is as you know that if you study in the first semester, we have an tri component, tetra, penta component. Okay, we are combining all this. So that is will form n type and p type. Okay, so that is why the majority carriers is in n type, that is electrons. And similarly, the majority carriers in the p type is holes. Okay, so due to that, so uh, the thermal noise will be affected. So when there is a, we know that the free electrons within the electrical conductor passes kinetic energy when the heat exchange take place between the conductor and its surrounding. So the thermal energy is uh, simply we can say that the electrical noise arises from the random motion of free electrons in the conductors. So whenever there is an electrical noise arises due to the motion of when free electrons in the conductor, so that we call it as an thermal noise. So how it will be take place? So there is in the the n-type material, we have several free electrons will be available. Okay, so whenever the electrical conductor passes an kinetic energy, so when heat exchanges take place between the conductor and its surrounding, so this motion of free electrons is randomized through a collision due to the imperfection of the structure of the conductor. So this gives the random variation of electron density through the conductor, results in randomly varying voltage across the conductor. So this randomly varying voltage produces across the conductor is called thermal noise. Okay. So due to simply we can say that thermal noise will be by varying, it is in the free electrons will be randomly varying. Okay, due to the kinetic energy, the motion of the free electrons will be changes on the conductor. So due to that, that there is an varying the noise voltage will be produces. So due to this, the thermal noise will be comes to picture. Okay, so that we can simply can say that electrical noise arises from the random motion of free electrons in the conductor. So this is called as a thermal noise. So thermal noise can be generated by randomly varying the noise voltage produces across the conductor. So it will be again a thermal noise also. It depends upon the internal noise. The internal noise will be is nothing but a diode or transistor will be the in that the thermal noise will be present. So if you see the picture, that is the noise voltage. So this noise voltage will be produced as due to the flow of electrons here, due to the randomly varying the electrons. So it will be produced as a thermal, that is thermal noise. Okay, so this is the noise voltage. Okay, we can call it as an thermal noise that will be present in the uh, diode, or it will be in electronics devices. So this is the thermal noise. We have in some of the equation. So this is the power spectrum density of a thermal noise by a resistor, that is Stn of f is equal to 2h of f is by exponential h of f by kt into -1. So that is T is equal to absolute temperature and K is the Boltzmann constant and H is the Planck constant. That is the power spectrum density of thermal noise. This is the, and if you measure in terms of uh, watts per hertz, so that is F is the frequency, that is less than KT by H. So this can be approximately equal to Stn of F is equal to 2 KT. Okay. And also we can find out the mean square value of thermal noise voltage is measured in terms of resistor, that is En square into 2 RBN STN of F. This is STNF is nothing but 2 KT. So if you substitute here, so it will be 4 KT BNR whole square. Okay, this is KT is nothing but Volts constant, and T is the temperature of the conductor, and Bn is the bandwidth, noise bandwidth in hertz, and R is the resistance of the conductors. So this is the equation. Okay, so we can measure the thermal noise voltage will be measured, that is mean square value of, that is En square. So this En or Es is the root mean square of the noise voltage. So using this we can measure the noise voltage in the thermal noise. Okay, we can measure this what is the the frequency, and we can also measure the voltage level, we can be measured using this. So using this we can also measure the frequency. So this is the equivalent circuit. We are considering in two example. So one example is using Thevenin circuit. So that is these two is in series, the voltage and resistance in series. And again, second example, they are taken Norton equivalent circuit. That is the current source and the resistors are in both are parallel here. Okay, or the admittance will be is in the both are in the parallel in the Norton circuit. So if you considering this ITH, that is ITN, that is the current source, the root mean square of the noise current is will be the ETN square. So that is will be 1 by R square into En square. That is the voltage. Root mean square of the voltage, that is En square. Already we have, and we know that what is En square. We substitute the equation. So at the end you will get RR will be square and R will be cancelled. So 1 by R is equal to G here. So this is the conductance. So that will be equal to 4 KT BNG amp square. Okay. So this is the root mean square of the noise current. So you have calculated the root mean square of the noise voltage and root mean square of the noise current. So from this, we can say that noise voltage is measured in root mean square value is proportional to the absolute temperature of the conductor, resistance of the conductor, and the bandwidth of the noise voltage. So this will be directly proportional to this the root mean square of the noise voltage and the noise voltage. And also, if you want to calculate the power, okay, so that is the maximum power. There is internal EMF of and internal resistance. So we are considering that is whenever there is an, so that load resistance is equal to the internal resistance, that is RL is equal to RS. So under this condition, so whenever there is an that is internal resistance is equal to the load resistance. Okay, both are same. So we will get the maximum output. Maximum power output will be delivered at the output, that is V out R. Okay, in that condition, what happens? ES square by 4 RS. Okay, and same thing, if we apply the RMS noise voltage, that is En is equal to root of 4 KTBR, substitute here. Okay, same equation. So we will get 10 KTBN. Okay, so that is the thermal noise power. So there is the K is equal to Boltz's constant. T is the temperature and B is the bandwidth of the noise. Okay, so this is the condition where so R is equal to RS. Okay, that is nothing but not RL is equal to RS. Okay, the internal resistance. So in this both are this resistance both are equal. The internal resistance is equal to a particular this R. So this is the thermal noise. So thermal noise again, so we can calculate the voltage and current, the root mean square of the voltage and root mean square of the current, and we can also calculate the thermal noise power. So this is the waveform of thermal noise voltage. So again, one more the noise component. Okay, so this noise it is not a noise source. So it will be it is in classification of noise. This white noise, which has an Gaussian distribution and have a flat spectral density over a wide range of frequency, is called as an white noise. Okay, you can see the spectral density having a flat surface. Okay, so we have a flat spectral density over a wide range of frequency. So the figure A, okay, what you are seeing, we have an this is the frequency is with respect to the frequency. So that is n by 2 is a flat surface. So that's why the white noise has all frequency component in equal proportion. So the power spectral density, we can write it as an in the white noise, that is SW of F is equal to N naught by 2. Okay. So N naught is the parameter. So that is N naught is nothing but K into TE. So what is K? That is the Boltz's constant, and T is the noise temperature, the equivalent noise temperature of the receiver. Okay, so this is the white noise. So this is also an autocorrelation function of white noise. So if you take the Fourier transformer, that is S of F or of tau tends to S of F, so we will get at the end. So the equation will be the n naught by 2 delta of tau. So this is the autocorrelation function of white noise, that is delta function divide the factor of n naught by 2, and tau is equal to 0. So we will get n naught by 2 we will get. Okay, so this is the diagram. Okay, Rw of tau is equal to S of F, that is the Fourier transformer. So at the end, you will get n naught by 2 delta of tau. So this is the white noise. So the white noise again. So if you considering it is also the white noise samples are statically independent as well as uncorrelated. That is why. So this white noise also totally it is a random noise. So some communication system. So white noise will be taken as a reference. Okay, for reference similar to that. Okay, any noise analysis, they will white noise will be considered as a reference. So the next so the bandwidth. So if you're considering the bandwidth, so the noise equivalent bandwidth in analog signal, as you know that if you see that the inductive and the capacitor resistance do not generate a thermal noise. So in equilibrium exchange of power between the resistor and the reactance must be equal. So when there is a that is thermal power noise, that is P2 supplied by a resistor to a reactance must be equal to the thermal noise power P1 supplied by a reactance of the resistor. So, but since the reactance cannot be dissipated power, this thermal noise power P2 must be zero. So same way that means the thermal noise P1 also must be zero. So it's nothing but, so that will be the noise the generated due to the thermal noise will be generated in the electronic components due to flow of electrons. So in that the power will be calculated at the both the side. Okay, both the side of the system, whether the output power and the input power of the resistor, okay, or inductance or the reactance. So it will be if it is the P2 should be equal to zero, same way the P1 should be equal to zero. So the reactance can affect the noise spectrum. So this is the consideration. We are considering a passive filter here, HFW. So the input noise density, it will be in terms of hertz per hertz. The output noise spectrum density as the output. So this is the input, that is Sk by Kt. So Kt is the Boltzmann constant and temperature of the conductance. And this will be the Pn by Bn, that is the bandwidth, and Pn is the power. Okay, power, noise power. Okay, the output will be S of NO, that is nothing but H of W whole square KT. So this is the output noise spectrum density. Okay, so the input, whenever the input is Sn is equal to KT, so this is the output what we expect. So this is the bandwidth. That is also, it is related to the Sn is equal to Pn by Bn. So if we can take an different circuit, okay, we can calculate the uh, that is the noise power. So the total noise power, it will be Kt by 4 RC, and also we can also the bandwidth of the this will be Pne is equal to 1 by 4 RC. That is the bandwidth of the system. So if you take an RMS voltage, that is En square, so that will be again, it is Kt by C. So C is the capacitance. So because both the reactance, okay, capacitive reactance are used here, inductive and capacitive reactance. So that is the voltage, the RMS noise voltage will be the En square is equal to Kt by C, will be the RMS voltage. So this is about the bandwidth. So bandwidth will be 1 by 4 RC. So any doubts here? Any doubt? So this is the external noise and the internal noise. Internal noise, we have a short noise, thermal noise, and white noise, and one more component, that is the equivalent bandwidth of the noise. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt ಇದೆಯಾ? Okay. Okay. We'll wind up today class. Wait for 2 minutes. I will take an attendance. Okay, answer attendance. Answer attendance, roll number 1. Others. Others absent. Okay, roll number 2.
Present, sir.
3,
Yes, sir.
4. Roll number 4. Akash MK. 5,
Present, sir.
6,
Present, sir.
7,
Present, sir.
8, 9,
Present, sir.
10,
Present, sir.
11,
Present, sir.
12,
Present, sir.
13,
Present, sir.
14,
Present, sir.
15,
Present, sir.
16,
Present, sir.
17,
Present, sir.
18,
Present, sir.
19,
Yes, sir.
20,
Present, sir.
21,
Present, sir.
22,
Present, sir.
23,
Present, sir.
24,
Present, sir.
25,
Present, sir.
26,
Present, sir.
27,
Present, sir.
28, 28, Monisha, 29, 29, Nitesh, 30,
Present, sir.
31,
Present, sir.
32,
Present, sir.
33,
Present, sir.
34,
Present, sir.
35,
Present, sir.
36,
Present, sir.
37,
Present, sir.
38,
Present, sir.
39,
Present, sir.
40, 40, Shrisha, 41, 41, Shrestha, 42, Shreyas K, 43,
Present, sir.
43, 43, okay na?
Present, sir.
44,
Present, sir.
45,
Present, sir.
46, 46, Spandana, 47,
Present, sir.
48,
Present, sir.
49, 49, Shahid, 50,
Yes, sir. 49, yes, sir.
okay, 50, 50, Chetan, 51,
Present, sir.
52, 52, Ujjwal, 53, 53,
Yes, sir.
Varadaraj,
Yes,
54, 54, 55,
Present, sir.
56,
Present, sir.
57,
Present, sir.
58,
Present, sir.
59,
Present, sir.
60,
Present, sir.
61, 62,
Present, sir.
63,
Present, sir.
64,
Present, sir.
65,
Present, sir.
66, 66, 67,
Present, sir.
68,
Present, sir.
69,
Present, sir.
70,
Present, sir.
71, 71, Tribhuvan, 72,
Present, sir.
Vaishnavi, okay. Harshit,
Present, sir.
Vinayak,
Present, sir.
Prithvi, absent, okay, Imad Khan,
Present, sir.
thank you.
Sir, 42 present, sir.
ಆಯ್ತು, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ?
Sir, ಅದು ಸರ್ವರ್ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದು.
ಸರಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.